Okay, hello, hello, hello. Welcome to a brand new week. I hope you are doing amazingly well and have started off the week with some fresh energy. Hopefully, you had a wonderful weekend as well. Let's get into the focus of the week today. And I want to talk to you today about alignment, okay? Such an important topic that is really important for creating the results that you want. And especially if you're often finding that you're not getting the results that you want, or it's taking a lot more effort, or things are going really, really slow. Okay, so a lot of that is to do with alignment, and I'm going to dive into what I mean by alignment because alignment is thrown out there a lot in kind of the spiritual world. I'm going to tell you my definition of alignment and how it really relates to the business aspect of taking action, creating results, and creating the business that you want. Okay, so alignment is when your thoughts, what you're thinking, your stories, and your beliefs are in alignment with how you're feeling. Okay, so your emotions, those like fear, excitement, happiness, joy, sadness, anger, frustration, and also, so your thoughts and your emotions are in alignment with each other. Also, your actions that you're taking are in alignment with these two things. Okay, so the actions you are taking are in alignment with your thoughts and your emotions. And then lastly, the co-creation with the universe. Okay, so we obviously have a great impact and influence on what shows up around us, but we are in co-creation with the universe. Okay, so some things are out of our control. We can influence them and impact them. Ultimately, the universe gets the final say, right? And so when all of these things are in alignment, your thoughts, your feelings, the actions you're taking, and your co-creation with the universe, you can create amazing results, the results that you desire, right? Your goals, your intentions, creating magic around you, okay? And so with this definition of alignment, thoughts, feelings, actions, and co-creation with the universe, we want to look into each of these areas and go, hey, what is maybe out of alignment right now with what I want to create, okay? And specifically going, what are the results that I want to create, and am I in alignment with these results, right? So let's give you guys an example of what is out of alignment, okay? So you might be like, oh, I need to think positively in order to, have the good thoughts in order to create my results, right? So maybe you're doing some affirmations of like, hey, the sales are coming in, or money is coming to me. I love money and money loves me. If you are doing that, great, right? If you want to create more money, so you've got your result, your thoughts are in alignment with that result. But then underneath, your emotions are like, I am scared, I feel like there's not enough money, I'm worried about how I'm going to keep going, I'm worried about how I'm going to pay the bills. That's out of alignment with what you're thinking, okay? And remember that our emotions have the greatest pull, okay? They have that magnetic force. So we want our thoughts and our emotions to be in alignment, okay? And so if we are thinking good things but feeling underneath, under the surface, what I call in the undercurrent, right, is normally our emotions. Under the surface, there's other stuff going on, then we're not in alignment, and so we get, inconsistent results, or no results, or really slow results, slow progress, okay? And so, and also, our emotions aren't always truthful of what's going on. So we can have situations, and this is perfectly natural, okay? So this is nothing to be shamed about or feel wrong about, but our natural tendency as humans is to look for the bad, is to look for what's wrong, is to find the things that aren't working and put our focus on that, okay? So that is our natural tendency. And, in an evolutionary viewpoint, that was probably quite useful for us, right? Because we had to be very aware and acute to the dangers for our survival. We're in a very different world right now, but we have carried that tendency with us to focus on the smallest thing and blow it up, kind of into something bigger than it maybe is. And that's not to say it's always bigger than, we make it, but often, we can look at a situation and go, oh goodness, we've had a bad month. And we can take that and, oh my goodness, it's the end of the world and everything's really bad. And I can tell you, I've kind of been through this the last few weeks with our deck going well over budget. And I mean, well over, like ridiculous amounts, right? And, when it happened, I was just in shock and like fear of oh my God, how are we going to make this work? It's the end of the world. But ultimately, it's been a couple of weeks. I'm still here. It's all good. And I've found solutions in order to really manage that and make it work, right? So our emotions can kind of come up, and they can be these big emotions that aren't always helpful and supportive of us, right? And especially in creating the results that we want. So we want to bring our emotions back into alignment with the results that we want and with how we're thinking. Okay, so we want to be getting into results, thinking, emotions, and into actions. Okay, what actions are we taking that are leading to the results that we want? Are we doing the marketing that we need to do? Are we following up with outstanding leads? Are we doing our sales activities? Are we writing the proposals that we need to do? Are we following up with people if we haven't heard from them? Are we chasing up the outstanding money that we have, with clients or customers if they haven't paid? Okay, so looking at those actions, are they supporting the results and the direction that we want to be going in? Okay, are we looking at our finances every month? Are we being good with our finances and managing our finances really well? Are we being disciplined with that? Are we being disciplined with our time and getting our productivity up, or making sure that when we are in work mode and we are doing the work, that we are doing the most important things and we're not resisting them and putting them off, which is easier, okay? It's easier to just go, oh, I'll deal with that later because that's a bit uncomfortable. No, okay? We need to be making sure that our habits and our actions are in alignment with the results that we want and with what we're thinking and with our emotions, right? And then we've got the co-creation with the universe, which, we can go, oh, well, we don't have much control over that, but we actually do. We have an influence. If we interact with this universe, things can come more easily and amazing coincidences can happen, or synergies, synchronicities. Oh my goodness. I mean, I can't even believe the synchronicities that I've had in my life, okay? But just an example, we had this thing on the weekend that we were going to, and the person who was running it texted me the night before going, oh, by the way, someone's pulled out. Someone's pulled out because of the weather, right? And I'm just like, what? What are you talking about? Like, the weather's going to be fine. And here's the thing. Something as simple as, complex as the weather, you can have an influence on it, okay? I can hands down say this because I have so many amazing stories about how the weather has shifted in my life. Including an amazing magical story when Andy and I went to the States before we had kids. And we went on a trip to the Grand Canyon. And basically, we had booked into helicopter there, amazing, and that got cancelled because of the weather. But they were like, you can jump on a bus and go for like, we were going from Las Vegas for like, I don't know, a 6-hour drive or something. It was really long. You can go on a 6-hour bus drive and you might be able to see the Grand Canyon. And it had been, snow, blizzard, crazy all day. We literally pulled up on the bus, and as we walked up to the Grand Canyon, the clouds that had been completely covering the Grand Canyon all day lifted up, and we had blue skies. It was like the clouds opened. And we spent, time there exploring it. And as we left, the clouds came over and covered it in again. And the people we talked to were like, oh my God, like the weather has just completely shifted. This is like really weird because it's been, caved in all day. And it literally seemed like it opened for us and closed for us, okay? And that is not an isolated incident. So anyways, the thing on Saturday, of course it was beautiful and sunny. I basically said, oh, don't worry, we'll bring the good weather with us. And the person who organised it, we like got there, she's like, man, it's such a nice day. Like, it wasn't supposed to be. And I'm like, oh, I don't know. That's so strange, right? So you can have an influence on the weather. If you think I'm crazy, that's all cool. I know hands down I can, because the amount of times that I've had to cancel things because of the weather has been so few. I am not kidding. Okay. So I don't live my life by weather reports. I co-create the weather I want for my life. Okay. Super woo-woo, but I can hand on heart say 100%, I have so much evidence to actually support that, right? So we can work with the co-creation of the universe and we can help influence that. How do we do that? Well, we set intentions. We ask for what we want, okay? And we are being open to receive it, okay? And being open to the magic of the universe, okay? Ways to do this, we can meditate. I'm a strong believer in meditation, okay? I meditate nearly every day, not every day, but nearly every day. Gratitude practice, being thankful and receiving and appreciative of what I do have and all the good things in my life. Doesn't mean there's not challenges, doesn't mean I don't want to improve things, but so much to be grateful for, even during the challenging days. And praying. Now, I'm not a religious person. I have a lot of negative connotations with religion. And praying is something that I'm kind of embracing more and more in my life. And it really seems to work. And there are scientific studies on the effects of praying. So they have done scientific studies where they have got people to pray over sick people in hospitals. And the effects of those scientific studies have been quite mind-blowing, okay? So praying is a really real action that you can take in helping with that co-creation with the universe. Like I said, I've never been like big on that aspect, but I'm embracing it more, and I am seeing the results from that. Okay, I'm seeing more magic show up. I'm seeing more ease, more flow in my life. Okay, and so that is how you help that co-creation with the universe. Number one, you've got to believe in it and be open to receiving. Okay, and then we've got to take the actions to help that. So getting all the stuff into alignment and helping to make it happen, okay? When we get into alignment, something really magical happens, and that is we get in the zone, we get in the flow, we get in this like bliss state. And if you've ever been in it, then you'll know when you're in that state, it's kind of a state of high vibration, okay? It's a state of knowing. And things will just come quite easily, right? It's an awesome place to be. And so this is what alignment, getting all these things into alignment, can really help with the results coming more easily. And who doesn't want results more easily? Well, we need to look at ourselves then, okay? Because sometimes we do block our results from our beliefs, from our stories, okay? That can put up walls and energetic blocks that is basically going, oh, well, I don't believe that it can be that easy. And it might not be a conscious thing, it might be a subconscious thing, right? Of it has to be hard, it has to be struggle. I have to hold on and I have to be responsible for everything. Okay? There is some benefit in having that belief. It makes us feel good, it makes us feel valuable, it makes us feel important, because it's like, oh, well, I have to do this, I have to hold on to all this responsibility and I have to work it out myself. And that weight is stressful, okay? And so what I'm encouraging you guys to do, to just let go of that a bit and bring in some more trust in knowing that you can be taken care of and that it can be a lot easier. Things can flow easier. Doesn't mean you're not going to have challenges, but we can also navigate those challenges more easily as well, okay? From a place of trust and knowing that we're supported and that it's all going to be okay, and that we can create the results that we want, okay? So this is alignment. So I want you guys to think about what is out of alignment right now for you guys with the results that you want to create. You know, if you've got one particular goal that you're feeling stuck on, have a think about that one and go, okay, right. I haven't got as many sales in the last month or two or 6 that I wanted, right? Okay, so what is out of alignment in that result that you're trying to get? You've got the result. Where is your thinking at in terms of that result? Where are your emotions at in terms of that result? What are your habits and your actions that you're taking in terms of that result? And are you doing stuff to help the alignment with the co-creation of the universe in that result as well? I hope that's really helpful for you guys, and I hope it wasn't too out there and woo-woo. Okay, it is really profound when you get things into alignment and you start creating those results with a bit more ease and flow. It is possible, it is amazing, and you guys can do it. Right, go out there, have an amazing week ahead, and I will see you next week on the weekly video. Bye.